Good morning. Welcome to Jaxx Vane Studio Live number 18. Not really, I think not really very glamorous day today. I don't have very exciting stuff on my to-do list. I'm trying to enable the possibility to read the mouse wheel, the scroll wheel, from a different thread, because I'm starting to think about the possibility to have a much better support for keyboard and mouse controls, because I really want the game to be fully operational and well designed for just a standard mouse and keyboard control, and then have the other controls also work with it, like gamepad or steering wheel and joystick, whatever you want. But I really don't want to get into that situation similar to what I had in racing games, where the racing games that I work with gave a completely different experience if you were using a racing wheel, a wheel, or especially a force feedback wheel, than if you were just trying to use just a gamepad or a mouse. Of course, for racing, is a very different situation, a scenario, because the force feedback, a steering wheel is replicating exactly the situation that you are in a car. So of course it's going to give you a much better experience with steering wheel and pedals and shifters and so on, compared to a gamepad or even a keyboard. For a sailing boat, I think the force feedback is probably less important to have compared to a racing game. I'm sure it's a part of the equation, but not that important as it is in a racing game. So I really want keyboard and mouse to be the first class citizen when it comes to control the game, so that pretty much everybody can jump into this and fully enjoy it, without doing an investment in hardware. So I'm trying to find a way to access the information for the mouse scroll wheel, because the kind of control system that I'm imagining is something that is based on using the mouse left and right to control the helm, which sounds like a very good idea. I mean, there are people that used to be and are surprisingly fast in racing games just using mouse. Shout out to Fulvio, that he is a guy that he was able to do incredible lap times in Assetto Corsa just using the mouse before he moved eventually to wheel. So that sounds like a good thing. So of course it's pretty easy to read the mouse position from different threads. That's not a problem. But it looks like it's a little bit more complicated when it comes to mouse wheel. Now what I was trying to do was trying with raw input, but it doesn't seem to work. So let's scrap this 1 second. So it's definitely not what we need. Let's get rid of this, and let me check the documentation for the other thing that was some kind of interaction manager. Let me see if I have it down here. Interaction context functions. So right, so that looks like it's something that could be interesting. The problem is There is only a reference. There is no programming guide, nothing. I mean, the solution would be to just read it from the standard Windows message queue, right? The problem is that if I read it there, then I will need to reroute it to the physics. I like all my controls for the physics to be polled on the physics thread, because that's what I'm doing with joysticks, with keyboard presses. So this is this. If I want to do this, it will basically change entirely the way I do the input management, and it will somehow force me to do input management on the main thread, sending down to the physics, and that means that the input will be locked with the frame rate, which is not something that I like. I can keep the input managing as it is and just create an exception for the mouse wheel, but it's ugly, and I will have to keep passing this mouse wheel around as an exception to the control, which is really, really ugly. It's really ugly. I could fake this. I could fake this. I could do something really, really ugly. I could do something really ugly. I could do something really terrible. I could do all right. This is terrible, okay? Don't watch. If you're a Rust programmer, don't look at this. Don't look at what I'm doing. So right, mouse wheel 0. Yeah. Well, okay, it's not exactly what I was expecting. Right, so in theory now the input should be locked to -1 and +1. Perfect. Not perfect. Perfect, my ass is not perfect. Right, so go up and we stop there. Yep, and we go down and we stop there. Good. Actually, funny enough, this is going to be more similar to how the actual boats are driven. Whoa. All right. Oh, okay, that's an interesting feeling. I think 0.1 is nowhere close to enough resolution. In fact, I'm all over the place. It's either too much or not enough, so I need more resolution. Yeah, but it's way better. It's way better. It's way better. Cool. Let me do the mouse axis. It's wild, and then because I understand the first offset, right? Okay. So helm is 64. So how the hell is 60? Ah, right. Okay. Because I'm an idiot, as usual. as usual. As usual, that's always the answer to all the questions in these streams. Right, because when I do, that's why I really need to do. I need to do a fucking. Thank you, Quacker. I need to do one single function to do this. So get mouse movement. Fuck you. Movement. Jesus Christ. And I pass this thing into it. All right, so in theory now I should be able to do escape, boom, perfect, do what I have to do, bang, and I'm back here. Board down, and off we go. I need to get rid of this ghost, and I need to understand why it does that at low speed. Whoa, 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 whoa. I have to say, I like it way more than a gamepad. Keypad. Way more. Good. So it's very important to give a lot of trim just before turning. Oops. Yeah, that I don't like. I don't like that it's going to be too easy to just click the mouse by mistake. So board down, trim a lot, turn. That was a little bit brutal. Yeah, and like this, it stays flying. Okay. All right. I like it. I like it. I wonder if I should, because another possibility is that instead of having the wheel, the helm always connected, I could have that I need to click on the mouse to make the helm move, and that pretty much, I think that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this stream, and as usual, if you watch this on YouTube, remember you can join me on Twitch to be more interactive. And the most important thing is to share this on social media if you are interested in selling games, so as many people as possible know that this game is probably going to happen. I will see you in next stream next time, which is going to be Friday morning, 10 o'clock Central European time. For now, ciao, ciao, and thank you. Bye.